Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Redskins Talk TV. This is your host, Dre. Now, it's been a while since I made a video, so apologize for that. Usually with the off season, I don't really put too much activity on to this channel because I'm focusing on my other YouTube channel. But now that football season is here, let's get an amen to that, my Redskins brothers and sisters. Yesterday was the first game of the season, and it didn't quite go as well as I hoped it would. We lost 17-10 to the Miami Dolphins. I thought the defense for Miami was going to be a bit more stout with the addition of Ndamukong Suh, along with Cameron Wake being on the offensive line. But we actually did pretty well. However, we didn't do enough to secure the victory. So a lot of people like to go by stats. But at the end of the season, when you're trying to get to the postseason, trying to make it to the Super Bowl, the only stat that counts is a W and an L, a win and a loss. And unfortunately, we didn't get the victory. The takeaways that I have, starting with the offense, the run game was productive. Alfred Morris was having a beautiful game. Eclipsed the 100-yard mark, which he hadn't done since late last season. Had about 121 yards. So congratulations. Hopefully he'll have a lot more. I've said before that he's an integral part of the success to our team. So if we have a successful ground game, defenses will start to stack at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to open up man-to-man coverage for Garcon and hopefully Deshaun Jackson. He left out with an injury, a hamstring injury. But whoever's flanking on the outside, getting that man-to-man coverage, we had the opportunity to make plays there. But the ground game was superb. I think Alfred Morris and Matt Jones did a great job. Alfred Morris even trucked the player, and that was beautiful. I think that should, with Stuart Scott, I wish he was still alive because that would have been one of those you got jacked moments. Rollouts with the passing game. I've said this before. Kirk Cousins, he's a great pocket passer, much better pocket passer than RG3. But getting him out of the pocket and moving, he did a pretty decent job. One time when he rolled out, he did have an interception because he was staring down a receiver with the pressure that was coming at him, and the cornerback was eyeing that. So Kirk Cousins has to do a better job of not staring down his receivers because he's got a propensity to do that. That's why he had a lot of those turnovers last season. So that first turnover that he had, that was his fault because he was trying to make too much happen when he should have just ran the ball, slid for some short yardage. The second interception that he had, I'm not so mad about that because he put it up in the air. It was man-to-man coverage with Garcon and the defender. Unfortunately, the defender came down with a heck of a catch and intercepted the ball. So losing Deshaun Jackson didn't allow us to get any depth as far as getting down the field, throwing it deep. And that hurt. Ryan Grant, he had a couple of good plays. Andre Roberts had a couple of good plays, but also a couple of drops. So you need to catch the damn ball, Andre Roberts. That's why you're in the game. You can't keep blaming it on the sunlight or something like that. Catch the damn ball. Jordan Reed, he's going to, as sooner or later, people are going to start recognizing his name more than Rob Gronkowski. He's a playmaker. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be that security blanket that any one of the quarterbacks has because he always finds a way to get open, and he's always around, sniffing around that first-yard marker, and that's the best part about him because he is a playmaker. He goes up for the ball. He's very athletic, so he needs to, if he can stay healthy, he's going to do a lot for this team. Chris Thompson had a couple. I know he had one good return after they returned on us, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But Chris Thompson, he had like a 35, 40-yard run. But in some situations, I know in one instance in particular, gave me a little bit of a scare because he got tackled and the ball kind of squirted out. But he was ruled down by contact. Securing that ball, cradling the ball when you're contacted by the defender, and just keeping it secure until you hear the whistle blow. Because with some of these questionable calls, it can easily be indisputable, and they just give it to the other side. But keep on to the ball, Chris Thompson. The time of possession, we did a great job. Unfortunately, we did nothing with it in terms of securing the win. Matriculating down the field, continuing to get first down, converting on third downs, those are something that we did very well in the first half, and all of a sudden everything went to hell and we imploded in the second half. So it seems like Miami made the halftime adjustments, but we did not, and that's what got us into trouble. But we were killing them in time of possession. It's just that we didn't put up enough scoring when we got the opportunity, especially when we got turnovers with our defense. But we did very well with that, and hopefully that's something that we can continue because if our offense can keep a hold of the ball, the defense has to stay on the field longer And the longer they stay on the field, the more frustrated they get because they're tired, the sucking wind. They start missing on tackles that are normally easy tackles. So that's something that we need. Those things cause mental mistakes for their defense, and it happened to our defenses because Miami wasn't really able to run that much until late in the game, and we were missing tackles that we shouldn't have missed, that we weren't missing in the first half. Penalties, Jesus Christ. There's so much that I could say about the game, but penalties killed us. It's not so much that Kirk Cousins threw the interception, but the damn penalties. When you're at like 3rd and 4th or something like that, and you end up like 3rd and 24, 3rd and 29, that kind of shit is just from lack of discipline. On both sides of the ball, illegal contacts, holding, delay of games, that kind of shit really, really hurt us. So when it comes to the speed of the game, I'm hoping that McVay can get the calls in faster to Cousins and he can get a snap with at least 10 seconds left on the play clock. But at the same time, having our offensive linemen not holding, committing penalties, things like that, pass interference on defense, pass interference on offense, because I know Garcon got called for it, I think twice. And it's just that kind of shit that's not conducive to a winning team. We need to be able to win games, and we started the season off on a bad foot, especially at home. And, of course, I've already mentioned Andre Roberts, the 2 drops. You got to catch those balls. All right, now, as far as defense, K. Robinson was all over the place. He was balling, and he was tackling like a madman. So if he keeps playing like that, he's going to be mentioned for a Pro Bowl selection because he's wrapping the tackles. He's getting guys down. Had a missed interception opportunity. So did Culliver. But Culliver, he got suspended for 1 game due to his conduct or conduct policy. So I have to read up on that, see what the fuck happened. But K. Robinson, come on, man. You got to catch that ball. I know that's why you got guys on offense that catch, but on defense, it's right in your hands, and that could have swung the difference our way. Culliver, definitely, that would have been a pick 6, but just a lapse in concentration. So I hope he doesn't turn out like Carlos Rogers, because as a pass defender, he can pass defend better than anyone in the league. But that brother had bricks for hands, man. And then all of a sudden he goes to San Francisco, he's catching everything. So Culliver, I hope that once he comes back from suspension, he can lend support to the team on defense. The defense did hold strong in the first half, but again, we imploded, started making those mistakes, and Miami, we couldn't really get much pressure on Tannehill. I was hoping that we can force a few more errant throws. I know we were able to get a sack and a strip on him, so that was important because we got the ball. We just didn't make an opportunity. We didn't get any points off of it, so we need to do better with that. But getting the turnovers, preventing conversions on 3rd downs, that's one thing that we need to do, which kind of ties into my next thing, which is cornerbacks playing off the line of scrimmage. I'm always going to hate that, and I complain about that every game, especially when I see how teams play our wide receivers, where they can practically eat a shit sandwich and then blow stank breath into our receiver's face. Why aren't our receivers doing the same thing? Pressing the line of scrimmage, forcing the receivers to be jammed up at the line of scrimmage, which delays the pass routes, which makes the quarterback hold the ball a bit longer, which may potentially allow for the defensive line and Ryan Kerrigan and gang to eat up the quarterback. That's what we need. It's a synergy between the defensive backs and our defensive line, and it's like it's not gelling, so we're not seeing that. But that's hopefully something that we can address. It's only game 1, but losing game 1 is crucial, especially because those bitches, the fucking Cowboys, won. The Eagles lost tonight. I saw that at work. The Giants lost to the Cowboys, so the Cowboys are sitting at first place, and it's already week 1. So living here in South Texas, I got to hear a whole bunch of shit from them bitches. I'm exasperated about that. We could have been tied, or at least the Cowboys would have had a half game up because they beat someone within the division. Make sure to secure the tackle. I know there was one play, I think it was Culliver or maybe Iheanacho. I can't remember, but they were trying to no, it was the backup safety after Iheanacho went down. It was Robinson. But he was trying to strip the ball from number 14. I forgot the cat's name, but he was trying to strip the ball instead of go for the sure tackle, and he fought, and he was damn near able. If not, he got the first down. But they had him at least 5-6 yards away from the first yard marker, and because they were too busy trying to strip the ball, and D'Angelo Hall, that's all he's going to try to do instead of tackle the damn guy. The guy was able to fight it and move and get a first down. So that pissed me off. So get the guy down and then let them, and that's going to help. On the return, special teams, when they got that return, I put that mainly on Perry Riley because he got a little too deep and he didn't take a step in to force the returner to go outside, because we know when you're running laterally, the defenders are still coming at you, even though it's almost like you're standing still. But Perry Riley had the opportunity to make the difference on that play, and the guy split everyone untouched. That's something that you only see on Madden when it's on rookie mode. Nobody touched this guy, and Riley had the opportunity to change that play if he had just gone in sooner. That would have forced the guy to bounce out, and then our defenders, because he would have ran into a wall of our defenders, or at least it would have slowed him down. So that was a difference in that play, and that's what killed us. That was a make or break play for us, is that, because Miami didn't score anything else after that except for the PAT from the touchdown. Missed tackles late in the game. We're tired because we're on the field too long. We got to be able to secure those tackles. Stop throwing shoulders when it comes to defensive backs. If you learn anything from K. Robinson, wrap them fucking arms around and take them down. Slow them down. Let the other defenders come and help you out. But wrap the tackles instead of throwing shoulders and thinking something's going to happen, because you're going to bounce off of some of those players when they catch the ball, because they want to get that first down or they want to get the touchdown. And again, with the missed opportunities for turnovers, Culliver and Robinson, I've already spoken about that. But those are just some of my takeaways from the game. It pissed me off. Seeing all of the penalties is really what irked the shit out of me. The first interception, I was a little annoyed by that, but I'm not going to talk negatively about Kirk Cousins because I think he performed decent. I just wish that we hadn't lost Deshaun Jackson, because we couldn't get much downfield, and when we tried, it was getting batted down, and in that one instance, it got intercepted. So 2 turnovers for the offense. A lot of people are going to look negatively at Kirk Cousins for that, but this is his team. This is the opportunity to show what he can do for a full 16-game season. I think he only got sacked maybe once or twice. So offensive line held well in that aspect. Rolling him out of the pocket helped, but we need to make sure to manipulate the middle of the field, because nothing frustrates the defense more than when you get that second and short, third and short, or you get a first down, because they want to hurry up and get the hell off the field. But the next up, we have the St. Louis Rams. It's going to be a tough game. They played the Seahawks really tough and beat them. And Nick Foles, he went the ball. And when I'm looking at the game tonight with the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm not that Sam Bradford is a bad quarterback, but Nick Foles, he was putting everything up there, and these guys, they were playing for him, and they end up winning. So it's going to be tough. If we're not able to get pressure on Nick Foles, it's going to be a long game. And after the goose egg that they gave to us last season, who knows what the hell is going to happen. But I think if we can get a strong run game, then I believe that we'll do well. We'll be very competitive. But they got a strong defense for the St. Louis Rams. But keeping them on the field, attacking on the ground, and Jordan Reed being healthy, I don't think the linebackers are going to be able to keep up with him, but I'll have my pregame analysis in a couple of days for that. But if you like this video, hope that you like, subscribe, and share, and hail to the Redskins.